Hello everyone, Chef Keisha here. I'm coming to you with another recipe. This time I'm going to be using my trusty old crock pot. I have a Boston butt here, and what I'm going to do is make a crock pot pulled pork. So the first thing I'm going to do is season up my pork. I'm putting salt, pepper, onion salt. I'm also going to add some garlic and spread that around on the top. And then I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves. And last, I'm going to pour a little bit of vinegar on top of my pork. Once I get that done, that's just about it. The only thing I have to do now is put the lid on and allow my pork to cook. It's going to cook in this crock pot on high for 6 hours. I have a couple of errands to run, so I'll be back when it's done. Hello everyone, I am back from doing my errands. So the first thing I'm going to do is check my pork. I'm sticking a fork in it to make sure that it's tender, and it is. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this pork out so that I can make sure that it gets shredded the way that I like it to be shredded. So I'm going to lay it down on this cutting board here. And sometimes I have to take a knife, but this pork is so tender, I could just break it up with these tongs so easily. Look how moist and juicy and how tender this pork is, breaking up nicely. It is perfect. This is just exactly what I want. So I have a glass dish on the side here. So once I take the pork and chop it up nicely or shred it up nicely, I transform my pork to a glass dish, a glass baking dish. So I'm going to go ahead and take the last little bit of pork that's in this crock pot, and I'm going to place it on my cutting board once again and break up this last little bit of pork. Once I get it all broken up in my baking dish, I will show you what I will be doing to it next. Now this part here is not as tender as the first part, but it's still breaking up nice with the tongs. I don't have to pull out a knife. So I'm just going to go ahead and just finish breaking this up. And then I'm going to put this also in the glass dish, and then you'll see what I do next. Last part, we're almost there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and add some of the juices back from the crock pot into our pulled pork. I would suggest that you taste it first to make sure that it has enough salt and pepper in it before you go ahead and season it even more. I've tasted mine. I like to add Texas Pete hot sauce because I'm making North Carolina style barbecue, and we like Texas Pete on our shredded barbecue. So I'm going to add some crushed red peppers. I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar because I like mine tangy as well. And then I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper to my glass dish. Once I get that all mixed in, I am going to give it a good quick stir, and then I am going to place it in the oven 350 degrees for 30 minutes. But I got to finish getting all this seasoning in first, and then I'll show you what I do next. All right, once I get my pulled pork all seasoned the way I like it, I'm giving it a quick taste. Next thing I'm going to do is place some foil on top. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to slide my dish into the oven, and I'm going to let this pulled pork cook, as I said, for 30 minutes. Once it comes out, it looks just like this. So I'm going to make me a quick sandwich just to give my pork another try. So I have my husband to butter up some buns for us, and he's going to toast them a little bit on the stovetop. And once he's finished toasting them on the stovetop, then we're going to give these sandwiches a try. All right, now that my pulled pork is ready, I'm going to go ahead and put some on a bun. I usually use coleslaw on my sandwiches as well, but I didn't have any at the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and try this without the coleslaw. I don't need to add any extra seasoning to it because it is the flavor that I like it to be. So here I am praying and giving my pulled pork a try. And let me tell you, it was really, really good. The only thing it was missing was my coleslaw. But I'll get some later and finish up the rest. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe of my Crockpot pulled pork, North Carolina style. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. She's right. I don't get no writer.